the UH system application for applying to the Post Baccalaureate Certificate in Special Education. So what you'll want to do is in your browser, you're going to go to apply.hawaii.edu. And when you come to this page, you are applying to Manoa, and because you have a bachelor's degree, you want to go ahead and click on Manoa Graduate, which will take you to this application form. So the first thing you're going to want to do is most likely you're going to have to create a login ID and PIN number. Even if you've been a UH Mānoa student in the past, you might have like an ID, but it's likely you're not going to remember your PIN numbers because it's a series of 6 numbers. So don't even worry about it. You can always just go ahead and start over and start from scratch and just write down your login ID and PIN number somewhere so you can come back to the application if you need to. So you want to log in. Once you have that, you most likely will not see these. I do a lot of video demos, so just ignore that. It'll either take you straight into the application, or if it doesn't, you can go down to the bottom of the list here and click on New. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is choose your institution, which is almost the second from the last one, which is the University of Hawaii at Manoa. And then for the site, make sure you choose UH Mānoa main campus. We are a distance program that services all islands in the state. However, where the program is being housed is the UH Mānoa main campus. So push continue. Now here is the trickiest part. So post-baccalaureate certificates in education are actually, the application type is classified as undergraduate transfer and returning. So don't worry, it's to help bring down the cost of the tuition, but the important thing is to know that when you select your application type, you have to choose undergraduate transfer and returning. Otherwise, the correct program will not show up. And why that's so important is your application fee is non-refundable. So if you submit the wrong application to the wrong program, you're going to have to do it all over again and pay again. So make sure you choose undergraduate transfer and returning for the post-baccalaureate certificate. Push continue. Okay, so for this, make sure you choose Fall 2020. We do not admit in the spring, so we're looking at a Fall 2020 cohort right now. Make sure you complete your name correctly, meaning proper capitalization, and then say fill out application. Okay, so there's 10 components of this application, which goes by rather quickly. So, in terms of your name, it should already be there, but what's important to note here is if you do have anything under another name, if your name has changed at any time, you're going to want to write your other previous name in here. So for example, if transcripts are coming and it's going to be listed under your maiden name or just a previous name that you've held, if you write the name in here, then they'll know to connect the two. And so that's really important. So go ahead and push continue. And the next thing is put your address in here. This is your permanent address. If it's the same as your mailing address, you can save some time by clicking on this box. Otherwise, if they are different, if you don't click this box, then when you continue, it'll ask you to put in your mailing address. I'm going to go ahead and return to the checklist. So you can see how it's permanent plus mailing, but if you check that box, it'll skip all the way down to your personal information, which is going to be like ethnicity, things like that. For citizenship-related data, what a lot of people don't realize is right up here in red letters, citizens, please skip this page. So people automatically come to this page and start trying to fill things out. But if you are a US citizen, all you need to do is push continue. So just go through it and I'll show you what it looks like when we come back to the checklist. It's actually checked off. That means you're done with that section, and because you're a US citizen, you could just skip it. For your residency declaration, this is how you're going to determine whether you get in-state, out-of-state, or the WUI. And so you're going to want to fill this out. You're going to fill out section A. You're going to skip section A2, so don't even start clicking anything. Fill out section B, and then section C is special exemptions, so you can read through them, but most likely you're going to click on the none of the above exemptions apply to me. Okay, the most important part, your planned course of study. Go all the way down to the P for Post-Baccalaureate Certificate in Special Education. The secondary education is a completely different program. So make sure you choose Post-Baccalaureate Certificate in Special Education. You're going to have to click on this box that says enter concentration, but the interesting part is there's no options. So while you might be pursuing the mild moderate track or the severe autism track, you're not going to be able to indicate it in this application, and that's okay. You're just going to leave it like that, and then you'll show which one you're going to do in your College of Education application. If you are from one of these states and you'd like to qualify for the WUI, so for a reduced tuition cost, then go ahead and say yes. Otherwise, don't worry about it and just leave it and push continue. The next section is to look up your high school. You don't need transcripts or anything, so the easiest way to do this is to choose the state or the country. So if you're from Hawaii and you went to high school here, you would just click Hawaii. And what's cool is you can just choose a city. So I'm just going to pick one. Choose the school, and what's nice is it will automatically populate the address for you, and all you need to do is actually put the month and the year that you graduated. Okay, and then you push continue, and you're going to do the exact same thing for any institution you've attended after high school. Now, what's important about this is every institution you've attended, you need to have an official transcript sent as well, unless it's part of UH system. So UH Mānoa, UH Hilo, UH West Oahu, and any Hawaii Community College, you list that you went to them, but you don't need to send those transcripts. But even if you've transferred before, you need to go back and get the original transcripts of anything outside of the UH system. And so you're going to do the same thing. You look it up by state and then city, and it'll automatically populate these. The only thing you need to put in is go ahead and put an estimate of your GPA. Okay, go ahead and choose when you went there. So the month that you started, the years. If you did earn a degree, go ahead and put that in. If not, you can write it in, but you can't do both. So try and find it first, and if you have it, just leave it as that. And then if you attended more than one institution, you can just click add and then put in the next one. And so you're going to keep doing that until you've listed all the institutions you've attended. And that's it. And so once you've completed all those 10 components, you'll be sent here. Because it is listed as an undergraduate transfer and returning program, you're going to pay a lesser application fee of $70. And once you push continue, it actually take you to a form where you can go ahead and enter your credit card information, and it will email you a receipt. So basically that's it. The UH system application is pretty quick to do. You can do it in one day. And so if you have any other questions or you need help, please email me at spedinfo@hawaii.edu.